Raging Kucing here up at Burnaby Mountain with Erik. Erik, you've been here for a week now, was it?
No, I've just been here since Friday.
Since
night.
Friday, yeah. So Erik's been here since Friday. And Erik, what brought you out to the camp here?
Well, I mean, this is one of the front lines in the fight, against invasive industry, like the pipelines. I mean, like that are all of their flows all throughout BC, right? So this is the place that I feel people really need to be to start building those connections, start building those communities with other land defenders and people who don't want to see these pipelines and other industrial projects going through.
Definitely. And the community where you're from is one of those communities, of course. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, Tecumloops is the indigenous name for it. Kamloops is the colonial name for it. It's on unceded Secwepemc territory, and the Kinder Morgan pipeline, there's currently one that goes through Tecumloops and a large section of Secwepemc territory. So there's a lot of apprehension there in the community about it because of this expansion and everything, and yeah. So it's a real issue for the community there as well. As well as, I mean, there's a big mine, there's a few mines that are being proposed there as well that are meeting quite a lot of resistance. So it's all relevant, right? I mean, like, this pipeline's going to affect everyone. Global warming, land degradation affects everybody.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's wildlife habitat there as well. And of course, traditional land rights are being trampled on. And that's a big issue for everyone, right? It's not just a First Nations issue.
No. I mean, it's everybody. These companies don't care who you are, right? I mean, they'll come in. It's all about money, as we all know. It's all about money. So
yeah,
they'll do what they can to extract those resources. They don't care who stands in their way or or what, right? Like, yeah.
And what kind of support or response have you seen since you've been here? I know you've been here just since Friday, but has there been a lot of positive support?
Yeah, it's incredible. Like, it's such an honor to be here, really. I mean, like, the amount of support that's been coming from the community is just like, it's incredible. I mean, everything there, all the supplies have been brought in are pretty much all donations as far as I'm aware of, and people are coming and going all throughout the day, honking, showing support. I haven't seen one person even heckle us or get a job or something.
Right, yeah.
Not since I've been here anyways.
And were you here, what day was it that, I know there was some surveyors that came up here, I think, and they were blocked from coming up, and somebody chained themselves to the surveyor's truck. That's correct?
Yeah.
What day was that? Was that this week? I know it was this week, but
I think that was Wednesday, but so I wouldn't quote me on that.
Before you got here?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I missed all the action.
Right. I'm sure there'll be more, plenty to go around. But so what kind of response have you had from Kinder Morgan then in terms of, and I guess their lawyers probably, do you know what's been going on with that? I hear that there's been a couple injunctions made against a couple activists here, but...
Yeah, there was an injunction made. There was a hearing, I think it was on Friday, but there was no ruling made. It's been, they've been given, I think it's 3 days, so they'll be going back to court this coming Wednesday to get all that sorted out. I'm not entirely sure all the inner workings that, but we're allowed to be here as far as the city of Burnaby is concerned, and
no complaints from them. No, the police haven't been harassing you.
No, not since I've been here, and I haven't heard of any police harassment happening.
Good.
Like, apparently they've been pretty good. So
yeah. So I mean, do you know what like the long-term plan is? I mean, basically, to stay here until. Kinder Morgan just says, well, like, you know what, we're packing up shop, or, I mean...
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the deal?
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Is there any other ways people can get involved or support you beyond, or support what's going on here, besides, coming out and being here or dropping off goods, like, because a lot of people from Victoria might see this, so because they're just from, they might not be coming over, but they might still want to help in some way. Do you know how people can reach out?
Yeah, I mean, raising awareness, right? Like flooding social media and, you know, getting people talking about these things with your friends, family, coworkers, and whatever. Like raising awareness, education, right? Like education is a huge part of these movements, and
For sure.
you know, that's really what people need if they can't be directly on the front line. You know, maybe doing fundraisers, like community events, getting people aware of these things, or you know, things like that, right? Just keeping the pressure up on these corporations any way that they can, you know.
Well, you're right. Education is probably the number one thing, because there's a lot of miseducation going on from those well-funded corporate lobby groups and such who, you see their messages all over the internet, all over TV, all over the YouTube before movies when you if you go to the theater or something. There's all this propaganda being put out there, and so it's important that people also hear the other side just as much. And that's why we're here today talking to you. So I really appreciate you taking the time, and I wish you the best of luck here. And I think it's awesome the work you're doing, putting the bodies out there. It's what we need to see more of. So thanks very much.
Great, cool.
All right,
Thank you.